Each fall, Camosun College accepts 27 students into the Applied Communication program. These people come from a variety of backgrounds, but they all have one thing in common: a desire to work in the media. In this program, we will talk to some of the people who will shape what we watch, read, and listen to in the coming years. Hello, and welcome to this edition of Camosun Speaks. I'm Sean O'Hara, and with me today is Adam Holroyd. Adam, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm gonna try and get a little philosophical today. If you had the opportunity to rule the entire planet, what changes would you make?
What changes would I make? Well, first off, organized sports would be decreased a great deal. The arts would be definitely be pushed a lot more than they are by the current governing bodies. Science research would be put into renewable energy sources and environmental practices to try and save the planet before we have to leave it. And because if I'm ruling the planet, I'd rather not have it turn to dust beneath my hands. Most of all, though, I think I would do my best to observe the evil overlord list and not make some of the classic mistakes made by villains throughout the history and world rulers rather throughout the history of mankind. I would have a retainer. I would have an 8-year-old on retainer at all times and review all my plans with the 8-year-old. And if they can find flaws, I will remedy these flaws, because too often are the obvious flaws in these plans overlooked.
That's a very good point. The majesty of children, the intelligence of children can save us all. Now, in the way of ruling the world, previous world rulers, I'll just ask you what you think of Cobra Commander. Now, he is arguably, or was arguably, one of the most evil men on the planet, but some of his plans just didn't quite fit. For instance, funding the construction of an entire city filled with synthetic people to trap one G.I. Joe. Your thoughts? This
sort of wasteful use of resources is exactly the problem that we have today. I mean, I would not be surprised to see some of the world leaders today embarking on such foolhardy plots themselves. We all know, of course, that many of the world rulers are secretly synthetic overlords controlled by a single dark force.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. So here's another multiple choice question.
Really?
Jafar from Aladdin, a robotic Hitler, or Sauron the White? Sorry, Saruman the White. Who do you want by your side and why?
By my side, definitely robotic Hitler, because robotic suggests that I can program him and therefore limit the bounds of his capabilities and his desires and goals and that sort of thing. And a robotic companion, while you lose something in the free-thinking ability, you gain in loyalty and not having to watch your back. Jafar is far too backstabbing, and Saruman the White as well was somewhat questionable.
I see. Well, you're a truly awful, awful man.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have for this show. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning into this edition of Camosun Speaks. I always forget to say my name. You know how to say